you today?
Very good. Yourself?
I'm tired and glad it's over.
Oh, yeah? Has it been a long one? You guys have been here for how long then?
Day 3.
3 days, but it
Wow,
feels
really?
fun.
Oh my god.
Enough about us, now about you.
Okay, sorry. Yes, please.
You're more important than we are.
Okay,
So, congratulations on the success of the show.
thank you very much.
It was kind of funny to make Speedy the drug addict.
Right?
You know, going back to the comic.
It was pretty interesting,
Yeah.
and it's true to the book, right?
Yes. Yeah. Although it was Roy in the book.
I mean, yes,
He
but
could
we're
still
putting
be
a little
right.
twist on it.
He could still be right.
We'll talk to the producers about that one. Yeah. Congratulations with the success of it.
Thank you very much.
How has the show affected your lifestyle since, you know, the pilot originally airing at San Diego to it airing on CW and now being a huge hit for the network?
The show has affected my life in a very positive way, I must say. Normally, there's been times in my life where I have been kind of reluctant when people come up to me and ask me if they recognize me from something, especially when they don't necessarily know what it is. You know, they're like, "Oh, we think you look really familiar. What is it from?" I would appreciate them to give the name or something. I mean, come on. I could look like anybody. I mean, really. But the one thing that I'm really enjoying about this show is I'm actually getting people coming up to me and be like, "You're Thea on Arrow. That's freaking awesome." I'm like, "That's amazing. You actually care? That's amazing." Like, I can't believe people actually like are already in a first season of a show like so very aware of it to the point where like I'm at the airport and just dads are coming up with their sons being like, "Hi, my son is too afraid to introduce himself to you. Will you please stand next to him and take a photo because he's too afraid to ask you?" And I see him and he's just shaking. I'm like, "Oh my God, yes, get over here, please. Please come here. Let me take a photo with you and stop shaking. It's okay. I'll hold you. It's all good." Like, it's amazing.
What do you think about the generational crossover? Because I got my mom into this and she's in her late 60s.
Really?
So yeah.
That's amazing. My mom actually really likes the show too, and she will kill me if I say her age. So
Smart girl.
right. I was just this close.
Off the record with 17 recorders.
Right, very true. So yeah, my mom loves the show as well. I hope it's not just because I'm on it, I feel like any parent would say they love what I do. But actually, a lot of people are becoming, like, actually my friends even who watch it, some of them actually would talk crap about the things that I've done in the past. And
I
make fun
love
of me.
Caitlin Cooper.
I thought it was pretty funny and awesome.
I
like,
loved
I'm
her.
sorry. I had fun, so whatever. Talk whatever you want, but it was fun doing it. So, like, but now it's like, people are actually having an insanely amazing reaction to it. My grandma has actually watched a couple episodes, and it is a little slightly violent for her, but she says that I look very nice on screen, which is very nice to hear, you know, so that makes my days, and yeah, I think it's very good for it can be viewed from most generations, up until the elderly. It's a little explosion-y. What can I tease? Well, we know you guys obviously can see that she's been getting into that relationship with Roy Harper, and they have gone through that thing with the Count actually very recently. That aired last week actually. So the last thing that we saw with him was him actually being cloaked with that red arrow. And I think that now Roy is actually starting to go on this path of actually searching after the vigilante, trying to maybe put himself under his wing, apprentice, search after maybe murder. I have no idea what his goal is, but he's on a mission going after him. And so now Thea is now divulged into searching after her own brother at the moment, and she doesn't even realize it. She's on the hunt for her own brother and has no clue. So that's the new thing that's going on with her, as well as Thea's and Roy's relationship is quite interesting. So it's kind of positive, but also has a bunch of negatives in there for her.
Now, you guys work all very well on screen together. You know, is there a lot of outtakes that they can't air? You know, guys, a lot of joking around, or is everyone very serious? Because, you know, you have your British actors who are very, you know, come from that theater background. You have the Americans who are a little more relaxed, and then the Canadians making fun of the Americans. So, this whole international transcontinental cast.
Our set is actually probably the greatest set that I've ever worked on, just because our whole morale, even with the crew, is just so amazing. We actually had to be told to keep our fun down a little bit because we're having too much fun, and it's slowing our work down a little bit because we're all just like in between takes, we're all just sitting there chatting it up, and it's like we're just sitting hanging out all of a sudden, and it's great, it's amazing, but it's now getting a little distracting. And we're all so very close. I mean, really, I absolutely love every single person on my cast, and I'm quite upset that I don't get to work with all of them as much. Like, I would love to be working with David and Emily more. I mean, Felicity is just incredible. And Colton is such an amazing person as well. I'm so happy that he got added onto our show. I mean, really, I'm so stoked. He's such a great guy. So our whole vibe on set is just really incredible.
Were you at all familiar with the source material before you jumped in? And if not, have you kind of dived in to learn more about?
I have learned a little bit about the history behind Speedy. I realized that she was, or not she, because there is 2 versions, correct? I didn't know that there's 2 versions. That Speedy was the first kind of like drug addict superhero vigilante in comic book history, as well as, she was the apprentice that turns into Red Arrow and then Arsenal. Artemis. Yes. So, I've been trying to keep up, you know what I mean? Do my best in between takes, which is very, very few times I have.
Well, you do have 70 years to catch up.
That's true. I have a lot to do, so it's going to be a lot of book reports that I'm going to have to fill out and stuff.
We have time for one more question. What can you tease coming up between your relationship with your mom? I'm sorry.
With Moira.
Yeah, with Moira. I'm having a brain cramp right now.
My relationship...
It's always been a little contentious. Is it going to keep up with that while she's still sort of searching for Malcolm, or is it going to get...
Thea's relationship with Moira is... it's always on the fence. She obviously loves her mother dearly, and it's the only parental figure that she has left, so it's not like she's going to go ahead and throw that thing away by some teenage angst. She really is going to try to hold it on, and I think she's realized that too. She's kind of, even though she has acted out in the beginning, she's kind of now realized, I am not going to make my family hate me, and I'm going to try to do better, and I really think she's on a virtuous path now. But Moira has been so very distant and also been very dramatic at times, to the point where it's very worrisome to a daughter, and I feel like Thea's almost feeling like she's becoming the mother and having to take after Moira and like oversee things that are going on, and I don't think she really wants to do that. What 18-year-old girl really wants to have to take care of that? But there's a lot of levels of resentment now that are being added towards Moira. But I think that she really, really just wants her mother to be happy and get strong again and be alive and take care of her instead of having to do the exact opposite. So I think there's great intentions there, but underlined with a lot of teenage resentment.
Thank you.
Thank you.